Namaste to all. In this video, I'm gonna explain so along my personal journey in trying to better myself and so better myself. I've experienced recently, this week actually, a crash in it, and I think because like I think I caused the crash to myself because of my thinking patterns. I tend to criticize myself a bit too much, and because of that, the crash happened. So I am gonna explain in as much detail as I can the process, like my thinking process, and how the crash occurred basically. I'll start with there was a there are a few things that truly annoy me, and it's it's one of the issues for me that I'm trying to figure out how to get over. And I think ultimately I just need to ignore it, but it manifested into a issue with me and a coworker at work Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And so I'm gonna explain that issue. So, like I said, there are things that annoy me. And I think through the process of trying to balance myself, I should try to get over being annoyed by these things. But also, it's, I think it just might be a characteristic of me, of my true self, that there are going to be things that I get annoyed with. And there's nothing I can do about it. That's the thing. I should ignore it. Or, I know it sounds uh, bad to ignore something, but I think everyone is gonna reach a point in their own awakening, own trying to balance themselves, where there's just something that there's nothing you can do about it. That is part of who you are. So I just thought that represents the guy that annoyed me at work. I wouldn't say annoyed. I also need to take into consideration that so I work at a manufacturing place, and the place is super loud. So you're all supposed to have ear, earplugs in to dampen the noise. And one this guy was didn't have his in, and he was listening to his music too loud. And for me, I'm a few presses over, and I what I need to take into consideration is I just have super sensitive hearing, so I can hear his music from way over where I'm at, and I want to tell him to tone it down because we're not supposed to have music loud. But he walked over a while later telling me we should just ignore each other. And it's kind of been building up to something like that over the days. But this is what sprung the downward spiral for me. And bec- because of that, so as you're doing good and feeling good about yourself and whatnot, you your like vibration goes up, and that's why I have the like spiral stuff over here. So as you're feeling good, your vibration goes up. When you're feeling bad, it goes down. When he came over and told me we should just ignore each other, I mean, I thought I liked the guy. I still do like the guy. I would like to be friends with the guy. But him telling me we should just ignore each other brought me down to the downward spiral and caused my vibrations to drop a lot, which led into other stuff, which I'm gonna get into. So this is like the fourth thing. This is what caused the beginning of my downward spiral. So now that the downward spiral has started, like since I do second shift, the next day I'm thinking about this and like dwelling on it, and I'm frustrated and stuff as to why this happened. And it's because I manifested into, like, he was the manifestation of my like need to try to control what annoys me and like say something about it, which what I should have done is just ignore it. I like, my whole family has this control issue. I mean, it's lessened with each generation, but it's still present in me. And I don't know if that is a part of the like awakening, trying to balance yourself process, but it is what it is. So that's the first step. The second thing came up, but I I am also dealing with a second issue at the same time. These are the two primary issues that I'm dealing with right now. We're trying to balance myself, and that is addiction. Now, everyone has different addictions. Some people it's drugs, or some people it's drugs. Some people is like gambling, and unfortunately, mine is pornography. I tend to look at it way too much, and everything that it entails is my addiction. And through trying to better myself, I have been doing it less and less over the last few months, and even further down the line, I've been doing it less and less, trying to better myself. But in so this is gonna sound a bit crazy, but in my dreams, I am actually uh, influenced by a monster. Now, there are different types of dreams. There's so there are different types of dreams. There's the astral travel type dreams. Astral travel. This includes like going to different dimensions, being your true self in your dreams, like I've talked about in my previous videos. And then there's the subconscious dreams. Well, you know what I mean. So then there's the subconscious dreams. This falls in a separate category. On one ask. This falls in the separate category of. So I the thing I've been debating before doing this video is whether it's a manifestation of my own like just inability to get over it, or if it's an actual entity, so like a demon, more or less. I think I mentioned before how they're all the same, but I think demons are classified as a specific, um, they're classified as such because they are all about the downward spiral. They want this. And in my case, it's a succubus. So, in the dream, so this happened Tuesday. Me and the guy getting into an argument happened Tuesday. It was Wednesday when, like, my nap before work, I had the dream with the succubus. Oh, wait. Yeah. It was my nap before work when I had the dream with the succubus. And because I am who I am, I indulged in the succubus. And that kind of started my whole downward spiral further to where the like, so I have this weird tendency where I will wake up and then go back to sleep right away, and well, because of the dream I'm overexcited, but it, I'm trying to get over it, and it's very awkward to talk about. But I'm explaining this all to whoever's listening so that they can also, like, see the thought process that someone else goes through trying to deal with their issues, because it's a lot of mental work. And so the final dream before I woke up and had to go to work was like a shadow coming into the house. And so it might only be, I think it basically means I need to fight a succubus. As strange as that is. And I mean, now, the only reason why I think this is an actual entity or a manifestation is because it happened while I'm trying to get over it. And it's only happened earlier on last year because I was also trying to get over it and kind of relapsed into doing that stuff. And because I relapsed, it had plenty of, like, soul-sucking energy or whatever to, like, drain from me because I was doing it. But because I wasn't doing it for so long, it needed to stimulate me. And so it presented itself to a dream. Now, as to what it looked like, I mean, my eyes were closed on the entire dream, so I didn't see. But my earlier interactions with this thing I was thinking, because everything is one, like we're all one and stuff, that I could try to make friends with it, oddly enough. And if what I saw, so, like, I mean, I actually got it to show itself. If what I saw was actually itself, they are not pretty looking at all. They, I don't even know how to describe it. You have to see it to, I guess, believe it. But I mean, this is all through dreams. It's all to the like monster aspect here, but it's they aren't pretty. I mean it. If I still like at the time of seeing it had like my root chakra was imbalanced and I wasn't like, again, I'm not fearful of anything, but if I was still fearful of stuff when I saw it, I don't think I would be in like, I'm probably balancing my chakras in the wrong order and in such a way that I'm dealing with stuff that like I'm dealing with all this in a harder way than imaginable. But that is the crash I'm going through. So it's I basically need to get all fight this succubus in my dream or something. Because I mean I have done the like cross sign with my fingers and taught like did the power of Christ repels you thing and had that walk in a dream. But I don't think that demon or whatnot or whatever fully went away. So this crash is kind of bringing up that I still have these lower vibrational entities, these demons to deal with. And it came up in such a way that like I I I mean I have to deal with it to better myself. That and I mean I'm sure everyone else has their own issues to deal with, but in regards to like an addiction or something, it is probably tied to a monster that will present itself in your dreams if you like. I'm very aware of my dreams. I always dream. So if you're that aware in your dreams, you'll definitely be able to like have a punching bag to deal with it. But because I know some people don't, well, hardly ever dream or don't dream, there are other ways to deal with it, such as getting into like a new environment, uh, like letting in new energies, trying to get all the bad energies tied with your issue out the door, toss it, and th- there's plenty of stuff to do to better the situation, to better yourself so you don't have those issues with trying to deal with it. And, well, it's because it's still winter out, I can't really go out of the house. Well, I can go out of the house, but choose not to. I'm working on that too. I need to work on both the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra to better myself and to I've done all the mental work or a lot of it. Now I need to do the physical work and get my body back in shape from almost 10 years of just sitting around, going to work, coming home, doing nothing. So that will be the end of this video. I know I didn't put much on this, but yeah. So like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do what you do, comment. If you enjoy this, I will continue doing weekly videos. It took me a while to figure out what topic I would do this week, and I thought this would be a good topic because it just explains the mind games, well, not mind games, but just all the thoughts that goes into trying to get yourself to balance and be better and hopefully someone will take this and feel like learn to better themselves as well. I mean, that's what we're all doing as we enter the fourth or fifth density, or whatever you want to call it. And 2020 seems like it's gonna be the year that the old world ends, or and that we change into the new world. And it's gonna be very exciting to witness. We're all witnessing something that no other humans have witnessed in forever long. So that is the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Have a nice day. Goodbye.